Tired of those long, ugly URLs that look like they belong in a secret government file? Let's fix that. Today, we're building our very own URL shortener, just like Bitly or TinyURL, but cooler, because you made it yourself. By the end of this video, you'll be turning those monster links into neat, tiny ones with just a click. This project is the perfect mix of front-end and back-end development, giving you hands-on experience with real-world tech. Plus, you'll learn how to store data in a database, generate unique codes, and even redirect users to the original link. This is the kind of project that shows off your skills and gives you something useful to share with friends or even use in your own apps. All right, before we dive into the code, let's take a quick look at what we're building. Our project has two parts. Frontend is a simple web page where users can enter a URL and get a shortened link. Backend is a Node.js server using Express to handle requests, generate shortcodes, and store everything in an SQLite database. We'll be using a tiny but powerful package called NanoID to create those unique short links. And don't worry if you've never worked with databases before, we're keeping it simple with SQLite, which is super lightweight and perfect for projects like this. You can support us and get early access to our daily videos by joining the channel. We'd love to have you as part of our community. All right, let's get our hands dirty with some code. First things first, we need to set up our project. Open your terminal and let's create a new folder for our URL shortener. You can name it whatever you like, but I'm going with URL-shortener. Now we'll create the package.json file. You can do this easily by running npm init-y. The package.json file is like the heart of your Node.js project. It holds all the important details about your project, like the name, version, and the dependencies, the libraries and packages your project needs to run. It also defines scripts to run tasks, like starting your server, and can specify other configurations, like which version of Node.js you're using. Now let's install the tools we need. We'll use Express to handle our server, SQLite 3 for the database, and NanoID to generate those short, unique links. Boom, we're all set with our tools. Now let's create two files, index.js for our backend server and an index.html inside a public folder for our frontend. Let's start with the frontend. Open public's index.html, and let's create a simple clean UI where users can input their long URLs and get a shortened link. This HTML file is the heart of our frontend, the part users actually see and interact with. At the top, we've got the basic structure that tells the browser we're using HTML5 and sets the language to English, HTML lang n. Inside the head, we've set the character encoding to UTF-8 and made sure the page looks good on all devices with the viewport meta tag. The page title is simply URL shortener, which you'll see in the browser tab. For styling, we've kept things super simple with some inline CSS. The body has a clean, centered layout using Arial font, and everything is pushed down slightly from the top to make it look tidy. Both the input field and the button have padding and margin for better spacing and are set to a width of 300 px to make them easy to read and click. We've also added a .result class that styles the shortened link in green and makes it a bit larger so it stands out nicely on the page. In the body of the page, we've got a simple heading that says URL shortener to let users know what this app does. Below that, there's an input field where users can paste their long, ugly URLs and a button labeled Shorten URL st. When users click this button, it triggers a JavaScript function called Shorten URL, which is where the real magic happens. There's also a div at the bottom with a class called result. This is where the shortened URL will be displayed after the user submits a link. Now let's talk about the JavaScript part. The shorten URL function is designed to handle everything behind the scenes when a user clicks the button. First, it grabs the URL from the input field. Then it sends a post request to our backend server at the /shorten endpoint using fetch. The URL is sent as a JSON object, and when the server responds, we convert that response into JSON as well. Finally, we update the results section to display the newly shortened URL. The cool part? The shortened link is clickable, and when the user clicks on it, it opens in a new tab. just like a professional URL shortener. All right, now let's break down the backend part of our project. This is where all the behind-the-scenes magic happens. First, we're importing the tools we need. Express to create our server, SQLite 3 to manage our lightweight database, and NanoID to generate those unique shortcodes for our URLs. We set up our Express app and define the port we'll be running on, which is 3000. Next, we initialize an in-memory SQLite database. This means the database will only exist while the server is running, perfect for testing and small projects like this. We create a table called URLs with 3 columns: ID, which is just an auto-incrementing primary key, shortcode, the unique code for the shortened URL, and original URL, the full original URL the user inputs. To handle incoming data, we use Express's built-in JSON parser middleware, which allows our server to understand JSON data sent from the front end. We also tell Express to serve static files from the public folder, which is where our HTML frontend lives. Now onto the cool part, shortening URLs. When a user submits a URL from the front end, it sends a post request to /shorten. The server first checks if the URL includes HTTPS/. If it doesn't, we add HTTPS// to ensure the link works properly. Then, we check if this URL has already been shortened by looking it up in the database. If we find it, we return the existing short link to the user. If it's a new URL, we generate a unique 6-character code using NanoID, store it in the database, and send the new shortened URL back to the user. But what happens when someone clicks on that short link? That's where our redirect route comes in. When a user visits something like http://localhost 3000 abc123, the server looks for the corresponding shortcode in the database. If it finds it, the user is redirected to the original long URL. If not, they'll see a 4444 error saying the URL wasn't found. Now that our backend is ready, let's connect it to the front end. Remember that button we added? When users click it, we'll send the URL to our server, which will generate a shortcode and send it back. And just like that, our front end and back end are talking. Now when you enter a URL and hit the button, you'll get a nice short link back. All right, moment of truth. Let's run our server and see it in action. Head over to your terminal and type nodeindex.js. Now, open your browser and go to http://localhost 3000 test. Enter a long URL, hit the shorten URL button, and boom, you should see your shortened link. Click on it, and it should redirect you to the original URL. How cool is that? If you enjoyed this project, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow coders. See you in the next one.